All right, we're real quick gonna have a look at the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. First, we'll have a look at the Starfighter itself. And now I got the landing gear deployed. We'll go over that in a sec. Clearly, it's the one from Clone Wars, so it's a little fatter in the back here. Engines are a little spaced further apart. There's more meat here in the section right there, just so it can fit the droids that are necessary for the story. Like if somebody has to take R2 somewhere, they can't use a Delta 7 from Attack of the Clones unless they cut R2 in half. So now we got these. I definitely wish it was the Clone Wars version. Or the Attack of the Clones version, because I don't like the Clone Wars version too much. But it makes for a cool toy. So for the features, of course, you have the opening cockpit. You just click it open right there. Give you a look at the interior. That's his little faux flight yoke there. Not too much in the way of control detail, but that definitely gets the job done. It's a little overscaled for the size of the Obi-Wan figure that they give you. So the ship is just a little bigger than it needs to be. There's the R4 slot. The paint itself, it's not bad. It's a little simple, but where's that cat here? But it gets the job done. There's the landing gear. You just fold that out. I love this landing gear. It's extremely well integrated. Maybe the best of any Jedi Starfighter figure or ship that they've ever done. You just pull it out like that, set it down, and it sits flat. Looks very good. It's far more important to me that the landing gear folds flush when it's not in use, and that definitely does. That looks fantastic. That is a great job they've done there. Very happy with that. There's your engines. Give you a look at the greeblies there. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Hyperdrive unit. It comes in 3 pieces. So it comes in the main piece here, and then the bottom piece is just like this one. They just snap in like so. Let me do it real quick. And there you go. There's your Hyperdrive unit. There's your engines. At least they're painted. I definitely like that. I'm glad they painted them. They didn't paint these, but they painted these. That's something, I guess. What you do with the ship is you have to kind of precariously line it up, and then this notch right there will snap into this hole right there. So you gotta line it up and then do it like that. You gotta give it a couple tries to really work it in there, but once it's in, it's on there. It's not coming off. You have to pry this up with your fingernail, and it just comes right out. So if you take it in and out a couple times, I mean, it'll loosen it up over time, so don't do it that much. But if you find that yours is too tough, just keep doing it, and it'll loosen up. Have a look at Obi-Wan real quick. It's obviously the figure, or, Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones, even though he comes with his Clone Wars Starfighter. So, all the more reason I wish they had done the Attack of the Clones version of the Delta 7. But I actually like this figure a lot. The beard detail definitely gets the point across. I mean, if you look too close at it, you'll definitely notice some imperfections. But with figures this small, you can't expect, the greatest thing ever. They even did the little chrome for his lightsaber. I think this is one of the better figures that they put out for this line. I definitely like it. And then here's the R4. Obviously the exact same mold as the R2 from the X-Wing. In fact, we'll compare those real quick. Let me grab my R2. Flip them around there. There you go. Quite similar, the exact same mold. Let's go ahead and deposit them in our fighter. The R4 just goes right in there, just like the X-Wing. Sticks out a little too high. Seems like they probably could have put him in a little deeper. But it doesn't bug me too bad. I'm just glad I can keep the actual figure, you know, with the ship. And Obi-Wan. This is where you start to see that the Starfighter itself may be a bit overscaled. Let's just fit him in there. And you can see the cockpit is just cavernous, you know? It seems just a little too big. It's like a baby in there. But, I'm not complaining. I think it's perfectly fine. And then, just a little comparison with the X-Wing. It's about as long as the X-Wing. So it's definitely overscaled in that regard, but I'd rather have it overscaled than underscaled. There's your side-by-side there. You can actually, of course, since the astromechs are the same, you can just pop R4 in there and pretend you have somebody else's X-Wing. Oh, you gotta scratch out the wing detail there, but you can pretend that this is somebody else's X-Wing, which I think is fun. I'm glad all the characters, you know, work with each other's ships. Let's look at the little scene that they give you. This comes folded up in the box like that. You can see back there, we're in some kind of asteroid field. I don't know what planet this is. Maybe Geonosis. Seems a little too tan to be Geonosis. Geonosis is more red. But there's some droid fighters right there. And what looks to be RZ-2 A-Wings from The Last Jedi. So I don't remember this movie, but maybe I'm not caught up on my Star Wars. Maybe this happened in one of the cartoon shows where the droids go to the future and fight and dogfight against resistance starfighters from 30 years in the future. Actually, it's probably more like 40-something years. Cool nonetheless. I just, it seemed odd to use, you know, A-Wings weren't even around when those guys were flying, at least in canon. Here's your box. You can see the Asajj Ventress Genevex and then Anakin's Jedi Fighter from Clone Wars. So that's, I'm guessing, a chase variant we'll see in the future. Here's the back. Same cool little tutorial for all the features, which I like. It's talking about the push button, which in my last video I was praising for having a spring in it. This one doesn't, so it just shakes when there's nothing in there. And if your finger happens to graze the ship while you're handling it, like that, you'll just push out R2. So it's very easy to accidentally push them out. I think all the push buttons should have springs. It seems like they already did it with the TIE Advance. It seems like they could do it with all of them. There's your chase vehicles and just the normal collection. I like the little hologram backs. That's it for everything that it comes with. Thanks for watching.